Let's see. Yes, I agree, because they're basically doing it as an troll attempt or an other attempt, depending on how you look at it, towards Maddox here. And we see that basically Feast is going a bit everywhere, a bit to C, a bit to towards D. And all of E7 is focusing on the B and A area. And all the Sheridans are heading towards the other side. Middix is going up the ramp. Maddox is in front to protect him. And base B has been kept. Base C has been kept. D will shortly follow. CX is now in trouble. We see the missiles flying. And CX is taking some beating here. But so are the Sheridans. And base... Oof! Impronounceable name, losing quite a bit of health there. But so does Miserable. Sleeping Lion being very forwards, which is quite dangerous. Frost is heading towards the back. Both teams have 2 bases. E7 has a very tiny advantage here. And we see that now Maddox is getting shot at, even though not much damage is being done. Oof, that is a big hit into Sleeping Lion though. CX has to be careful there, because missiles. And honestly, if they get away with this, this is just... It's just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. But it kind of goes to show how powerful the Sheridan is at this moment. It is going to get nerfed quite a bit. Or at least the missiles are. And the engine power. It's going to be a lot less fast. The missiles can basically do less. But overall, it is not a... Bruni there. Getting ready to fire a missile, but he doesn't have any targets. But yeah, it is going to get nerfed, so it will be less competitive next season at least. Middix waiting for a shot. He has been spotted here. So does Sleeping Lion. Ooh, there we go. And now the 268 has been spotted. And he immediately loses a lot of health. Oof. But it did cost Feast quite some HP to do that. And he's still alive and climbing back up. Maddox losing a little bit of HP. And basically Feast will have to make a move. They will have to rush one tank or another. All of E7 dug in, very spread out. The thing is that these 5 guys basically have each other's backs. CX crossing over, losing HP, has the sandbag activated. And now we have Feast making a move on this side. They're going after Maddox. But they're doing it in a way that they're not going to get spotted easily. And here we go. They need to make all the shots work. Bruni going after the 268. Oh, my camera. No, I don't. Oh. There we go. And there we go. 2 tanks out of the way already. Maddox is next in line on the next reload. He's going to be gone. There he goes. We are 925 points. CX has to stay alive. Maddox has to stay alive. It's now at the moment a point of just staying alive. And then Feast will have it. But there goes Sleeping Lion. Missiles. There goes impronounceable name. Base B is being kept. We are 970 points. It is about the kills now. As long as everyone stays alive, Feast will have this. And at this point, we are 994 points. Feast is going to have this because they still have a base. And here we go. Feast taking it home by points. But they almost had them with all those Sheridans. Oh my god. Don't cuss with diseases, honestly. And here we go. E7 focusing on the C and A side again. Feast going towards B. Or maybe not, they're not even capping at this stage. They're being very forwards. Maddox takes the first hit. But they've already spotted quite some people. No bases have been capped at the moment. Oof, there goes Maddox with some HP damage. Base D is now being capped. We see some more shots happening. Maddox losing a little bit more HP, but he does get another shot in. And now they're attempting to cap base B, and that is a very cheeky move. Thing is that Maddox is in a position here where he's getting HE damage, so he's still getting reset. But that is quite evil. They should wait with the shots though, because now most of them are reloading, and that could be tricky. Both teams have a base. Muge has moved over. Missing that though. And base B is now no longer being capped. And now Maddox is moving in, taking a different position, even though he has been spotted. No, he's not the one capping. You need to reset the other one. They know that he's there. They're not able to shoot him. And now E7 has actually stolen the base closest to Feast spawn. And that is interesting. Maddox in a position where he can't really get out, but he doesn't have to. Maddox in a position to back him up. And Feast is in a tough pickle right now. Because again, E7 is holding the A side, which overlooks base B. If they hadn't managed to cap base B early, it would be different. Bruni going to the bush where the 268 was before. Missing that missile. Well, not wasn't missile, missing that shot. And then he pulls back to not get shot. Sleeping Lion losing some HP there. And Feast will have to make a move. Again, it is Feast that has to make a move because E7 has the advantage. Even the oof, with Maddox pulling back, he is pretty much losing his life, but he's still alive. He just has to be very careful right now. Frost wanting to keep people spotted, but they're not able to do much. And the rest of E7 is comfortable at the back. And with them having 2 bases and Feast only having 1, the advantage for E7 is quickly ranking up. Very clever gameplay by E7, grabbing that base B like that. And right now, Feast is moving forward, but at the same time being very, very careful. Thing is that they will have to make a move, and they will have to make it soon, because now E7 is almost at 700 points. And with 2 bases, their advantage is only growing. Feast all getting together on this side of the map. CX has been spotted though, so has Maddox. They know that they are there. The rest is not yet spotted though. CX taking a little bit of damage. Mugi going up. Feast now moving in. Most of them have been spotted. Maddox losing HP. But they're pushing straight into the guns of E7. And unless they also manage to get base A, this is not going to go well. E7 pushing in. Heading towards base A. Bruni going after Maddox. And he has to make sure that this pens. And he does. That is the first tank out of the way. Impronounceable nickname is next to getting rammed to death. Base B is being stolen. Base A is being stolen. But there's some... Oof, there goes Miserable. Maddox still alive. There goes Middix. Sleeping Lion is out next. Maddox still holding base B. As long as he survives this long enough. Maddox is almost gone. But there goes Maddox and there goes Maddox as well. God, guys, these names. And now E7 still has the advantage, but they've lost the gun advantage, they've lost the HP advantage. And now Feast is going into base B. Brilliant push by Feast here. And quite messily played by E7. because they did not prepare for this push. They knew it had to be coming. And now base D is being taken, but base D is quite open and it will be difficult for them to keep it, especially with Bruni driving up and over towards base C, potentially. We have the two spaghettis there already, with Modocs behind them. But at this stage, with two bases, Feast has the advantage. Modocs is taking a forward position. Are they going to actually be pushing? And now the points are going up in Feast favor. And it is true. E7 is actually pushing with those three tanks. Modocs losing HP very fast there. And they want to take CX out, but at this stage they have to focus on Frost and they do not have the guns for that. Especially not with Modocs being taken out. This is Feast's game. Even if someone were to die now. There you go, and Feast takes it home. In a very brilliant way, I must say, because E7 had all the advantages here. And Feast just took them right on back. Brilliant game. But yeah, let's look at it this way, Maddox. They all just want to be like you. And here we go. Let's go up, up and away and see what happens. And we see Feast splitting up a little bit. They never leave both sides. Oh, actually they do. I was gonna say they never leave both sides completely unattended, but here we go. But E7 is abandoning the C side as well. With Midax going to the middle, Maddox going towards the other side of the bridge, probably towards the Citadel. Impronounceable nickname is already there though, spotting the lob. And he already loses some HP there. CX now in a... Oof. T22 is losing HP, but so does CX. He does not want... Oof. And losing more as he crosses over. Why did he not just turn back? Mugu in a tricky position. Impronounceable nickname pulling back a little bit, but CX has lost quite a lot of health there, and that will make him have to play a lot more careful. The T68 is moving away, and now we have Mugu venturing into base A, potentially getting that advantage. Bruni there to back him up. Bruni losing a little bit of HP there. But now Feast has a base, and that will give them a nice advantage. HP wise, it is very close, less than 100 points between them. We now see that base C is being taken, and Sleepy Lion is going to have a look. He does just that, and he resets it. And we see Midax changing position, going behind the rock, and then still getting hit. But no, from the other side, and now he's giving up completely. Impronounceable nickname has made it all the way to the back, with potential to shoot the people on the Citadel, so they have to be careful. They know that the 268 Miserable is at the back there, and they're careful. But with every second that passes, Feast is getting ahead more with the base that they have. And that has everything to do with the fact that E7 did not cap any. Thing is, with only one base having been capped, it is relatively easy for E7 to get control back if they grab that base A, but there's a lot of Feast guns protecting that. Feast is also protecting base B and C with Sleeping Lion there. He can't really do much, but he's in excellent position to decap both bases, or at least spot people so that his team can decap bases as well. And that is all the more important. And this is basically exactly what I mean with why I do not like this map, because now we've entered the stalemate game. Nothing is happening, neither side is making a move. Any poking is immediately punished. And whereas E7 wants to make a move, they're not really in a position to do that. They are pushing, but they're pushing into the stronger side of Feast. We have Impronounceable nickname going after the T22. And he is losing quite a bit of HP there, Sleeping Lion. But overall, this is not a very coordinated push. Mugu going to help Sleeping Lion. Let's have a look here. Sleeping Lion, not the healthiest. But neither is impronounceable nickname. Middox almost gone. That did not pan. The Sheridan is running away. Sleeping Lion still alive but barely. And now they're hoping to catch the Sheridan here. And they do! And he survives. And Feast now has a gun advantage. Base A has been stolen though. Frost is in a horrible position facing a lot of guns. Miserable is losing quite a bit of HP. Feast might be in a very tough pickle here. Some low HP targets on their side. HP wise it is very close. Actually the advantage is slightly in E7's favour. And Maddox is in a tricky position. Bruni still alive if barely. Frost taking out Maddox here. Despite the fact that he's been getting shot at both sides. Moloch's losing a lot of HP. Frost has been taken out. Fee still having a very comfortable point lead. And they have a gun lead. But the gun lead is very, very small. And they will have to be very careful. Moloch still staying in base A. Losing HP for it though. My camera is being a bit derpy here. Miserable reloading. And basically they just need to grab a base. They have all the time in the world. Maddox losing a little bit more HP. The healthiest targets on E7's side. Miserable repositioning a little bit. Wanting to get the shot safely. Base C now being capped. And as long as Feast gets that, they should have this game as long as they survive. But look at the HP. 29 for Modox. 94 for Bruni. And 59 for Sleeping Lion. They have to be very careful here. And we have Maddox moving around the back. Not sure if it's just to survive. Or to see if he can get some kills. But let's have a look if he sees anyone. Bruni is safely hidden though. And Sleeping Lion is in a somewhat more troll tank. He's not spotting anyone there. But they will have to steal base C if E7 wants to win this. And it was a very brilliant move the way that E7 took base A. But I think it's actually Frost here that won Feast the game, even though he died after. The way that he was occupying multiple tanks and survived as long as he did. That was pretty much epic. Monarch's turning around, running off. Everything has been driven down there, so he's not really revealing his position as he drives through stuff. CX getting shot at. Maddox still spotted CX as well. And we see Maddox here very, very sneakily making his way through the town. But the time is up. And Feast will have it because they had the more points. But this was... Let's see... Honestly, I do love my princesses, because before, when I actually first got to know them, they were all sporting Disney princess names, and I actually really like that. So they will always be my princesses, regardless of what they change the names to. So now we have both teams heading towards base A again, but now Mugu is heading off towards base C. And with no one from E7 there, he might have a safe cap. He is waiting to see if he spots anyone. And impronounceable nickname is going... Well, there's actually two impronounceable nicknames to be fair. But impronounceable nickname is going into the middle with the Fosh. Base A is not being contested. We have Bruni that is there. And basically E7 is going for not so much an early brawl, but for a cheeky cap. Bruni immediately loses some HP here. And... E7 is capping with no less than 4 tanks now. Base C is being taken. And so far he's able to get away with that. But E7 has the point advantage here. They just need to be a little bit careful with how they play. Big hit into Middix there. Let's see. Bruni driving backwards. May need to get away fast if he has to. Not wanting to get spotted. He is being very careful. CX taking the position he was in. Base C has been taken. Mugu is all the way at the back. Potentially to spot Modoc's an impronounceable nickname. They are expecting someone there though. And he has just fired. And now we have Modoc's heading towards him. They know that someone is there. And now Mugu is quickly reloading. He has reloaded. Oof, Modoc's taking a big hit in the bum there. And not even by Mugu. Mugu getting away. Driving off. Pretty much wasting his adrenaline. But not taking any chances. That is a safer way to go. And now E7 is quite spread out. Maddox is on his own on the Citadel. And basically, E7 just wants to avoid base B being kept here. Let's see. Not much happening. They could potentially try and cap base A. But Feast is building up the game very patiently. The real Maddox at the back here. And we have Modoc's an impronounceable nickname at the back. Potentially facing off against two Sheridans. Just going to fly across to see what happens. Because not much is happening here. Modoc's in a position where he can get shot very brutally if he gets spotted. Unless he pulls back very quickly. But basically, again, this is a stalemate game. Not much happening. Miserable at the back there. Ready to shoot. Tanks from E7 having been spotted. But not Modoc's. And that is kind of the tank that they want. Big hit into Middix there. Maddox now moving into crap base A. Even if he does not manage to get it, the fact that he's there long enough to avoid Modoc's being taken out instantly. Maddox getting shot, but at this stage E7 already Feast already taken back the advantage. Base A still being kept, but Maddox is losing a lot of HP for it. He kind of has to get out. The STB has been taken out. The action on this side is pretty much over. The Sheridans are free to go after Middix. Maddox is the preferred target. Middix losing some HP here. And there he goes. The Sheridans taking them out one by one. There goes Maddox. He has been taken out. But there goes impronounceable nickname as well. And now it is 5 versus 3. This is definitely going to be Feast game. Especially with them capping base B. That troll move on base C, on base A, it wasn't even about capping base A, it was just about getting that advantage, getting that reaction. Maddox losing more and more HP here. And even though Frost might not survive, Bruni getting it. Oof, Maddox just got massacred. Miserable making a move. And we're already at 1k points. Feast has taken it home. And Feast is going through to the upper bracket.